Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. And welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of February 19th through February 25th, 2003. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 international best-selling book, I Am an Angelic Walk-in, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers, my followers, and thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing to the Claire Candy Hoff channel. And if you have found this channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business, which I created 20 years ago. My business is Angel Healing House. I am a full-time Reiki master teacher, intuitive counselor, psychic, clairvoyant, tarot card reader. I also do past life clearings and ancestral healings, and of course, those lovely, recharging, re-energizing, transformative Reiki healing sessions, which can be either done in my office here in beautiful Santa Monica, California, or it can be done through distant healing online. So I received this lovely testimonial from a client who experienced a past life healing and ancestral clearing with me, and she wrote, "I'm finding it hard to put into words the amazing past life clearing session that I had with Claire Candy Hoff. After entering a relaxed state, we began to walk a timeline back in time, stopping at certain lives in which there was something that needed to be addressed and cleared. And when I say we, Claire Candy began to get visions of those lifetimes, but the extraordinary thing was that I too was seeing what she was seeing, and I've never done this before. Being shown some of those lives of what I lived through was intense, but it was also liberating. I now have a greater appreciation of my worth, my gifts, and how important it is to share them with the world. I cannot thank you enough for reintroducing myself to me and empowering me to live my best life ever. You are an angel, Angel Ariel, and you have changed my life." And that comes from Lisa in Arizona. You know, if you'd like to book any of my services, please do phone me at Angel Healing House, and that's 831-277-3716. And do remember, it's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in Los Angeles, California. And you can always visit my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I'd like to thank everyone who have made donations to my PayPal account. Those people who have enjoyed watching these videos. Perhaps if you've received some insight or inspiration, perhaps some clarity and direction, if you'd like to donate, I have left that PayPal link in the description box down below with all of my contact details. So, 2 days ago, on February 16th, we saw an end of a karmic cycle as the sun aligning with Saturn in Aquarius is coming to an end. Now, what does all that mean? With Saturn being the hard taskmaster planet and the bringer of karmic lessons, this has seen many of us experiencing difficulty and perhaps restricted energy in certain areas of our lives. By putting restrictions on our lives, it presented a harsh and hard wake-up call and forced many to step up and take responsibility for our lives. For instance, a restriction around clients, if you have a business, could have seen us tweaking and changing or adding something to our business, or changing careers altogether. Or a restriction around money could have seen us simplifying our lives and being more grateful and appreciative for exactly what we have. And my angelic family, who I'm part of, the posse of angels, is sharing that if we have to be humbled to ask help from others, it could have given us the opportunity to receive and also given the blessing of giving to another person. But Thursday the 16th saw the official ending of those karmic lessons, and it heralds the coming in of a huge energy shift for the collective. The challenges we endured, whether they were financial, perhaps romantic, feeling stuck, or the experience of a crisis of faith, are now about to be lifted. When Saturn leaves a sign, as it's now leaving Aquarius, it always leaves in its place a karmic reward for us to receive from the universe for our lessons which were endured and learned. So, our advice to you is to stay present and to be more vigilant and observant than usual to see what cycle you're wrapping up in your life, and watch for the signs of that new energy shift to come in. Today, February 18th, we have the sun leaving the air sign of Aquarius and moving into the very last sign on the zodiacal wheel for us to then begin another yearly cycle. You know, the zodiac does not start in January. It starts with Aries season, which is usually at the end of February going into March. And I would like to wish a happy birthday to all of the Pisces people out there, with the sign of Pisces bringing a close to this zodiacal wheel. It brings in completion, a feeling of accomplishment. You know, much like when I teach tarot to my students, I explain to them that the Fool's journey starts, of course, with this Fool card number 0, and it ends with the World card, which is 21, and that always heralds the completion or the end of a very long journey, with a message that this ending will also bring in a new beginning. With Pisces being an emotionally, very deep emotions, but deeply emotionally charged water sign, it's a wonderful time to reflect on the journey which you have traveled over the past year and how it has led and prepared you to exactly where you are now. This water sign is helping us to create and flow gracefully to step into our soul's next mission or next journey. Tomorrow, February 19th, we'll experience a lovely Pisces new moon, which will trigger what Saturn will bring our way as a reward. Now, with Pisces being a very creative sign, it is a wonderful time to visualize what we wish to manifest in our lives now. Remember, it doesn't matter if we do affirmations, and it doesn't matter if we do vision boards or listen to subliminal messages, for if we don't feel the excited energies that we already have what we're wishing for, then manifestation will simply not take place. For manifestation is energetic alignment. We need to be in that energetic match of what we wish to manifest. And the greatest way to get there is to say thank you to the universe as if you already have it. Once we do this, we stay in the flow by keeping our vibrational frequency high, bright, positive, and clear, by doing what we are passionate about, doing what excites us, brings us enthusiasm and great joy, and by opening to receive without expectation as we allow the limitless and miraculous possibilities of Spirit's help to easily and gracefully fulfill our intentions, our wishes, and dreams. Now, as the consciousness continues to soar and reach all-time elevated levels on our planet, more and more people are awakening to realize that the leaders of the old governmental, political, educational, medical, and corporate structures that were built on deceit, corruption, and disregard for the health and safety of people are no longer in alignment with working towards the betterment of humanity. And the posse of angels are saying they never were. As more and more people enlighten to only align with those who do no harm for profits. There is a groundswell now of truth seekers in the collective that has turned the tide and ignited a shift into a very new paradigm as the call for justice grows stronger and stronger in each moment. Now, as a result, many of the former leaders on this planet, who were mainly concerned with profits over humane business, are now being rejected. This has caused many in the collective to reject any person or organization like the mainstream media that promotes division, judgment, and fear. As the awakened and sovereign citizens are no longer afraid to speak our truth and create new ways and new systems that will support and help all of the people on the planet to thrive and to grow. Rejection will come to those who promote not only hidden agendas that gaslight, but also manipulate people. Feeling this groundswell of truth growing on our beloved planet, there are many strong individuals who are now standing up and sharing their compassion, their ideas and plans to create a better world for all. Now, this leadership that is forming is coming from those who wish to lead with a great respect for honesty and truth and a call for transparency and inclusion for all. This new leadership on planet Earth is aligned with God's source creator and is respectful of all life with an aim to build on harmony and health for all. Under these new leaders on planet Earth, only those working from the highest possible light, there will be new structures and systems, and as I mentioned before, governmental, educational, financial, wellness industries, medical, that support life. This call to leadership is now reborn not in only a few, but within all of us, as we have thrown off the shackles of allowing ourselves to be dictated by any so-called authorities who have assured us with 100% certainty that they knew what was safe for us, safe and effective and best for all of us. Think of the drug thalidomide in the 50s and 60s, which was prescribed for morning sickness, and then 12 months later, babies were born without arms and legs. Think about how they said mercury was okay to be in our foods. Aluminum, they said opioids were safe and effective. Aspartame, GMOs, fluoride, and the list goes on and on. With this new leadership growing within our hearts, many now feel a burning urge within themselves to help and lend their skills human to human. Because we are all one collective, we're picking up on this leadership energy to invest in coming to aid and to rebuild those old structures into systems which will be created in divine light. And this surge of energy to help has a very different feeling about it now, because it is not only for the 1%, it's not only for a few, it transcends color, age, education, certification, career achievements, any groups, organizations, religions, or backgrounds of any sort. We are an army of old souls remembering who we are and why we have incarnated at this monumental time in the evolution of our planet. We are here to increase the light with the desire in our heart to heal, to help, and change the planet. As we dust ourselves off of the past 3 years, many of us have reawakened to the reason why we came here. Our next mission is to each stand up in whatever leadership role that speaks to us, and to contribute and to invest our love, our caring, our compassion and concern in rebuilding this new world of light. Now remember, each one of us plays an integral role in the formation of our new planet, and our efforts make an enormous difference in the creation and the rebuilding of our beloved Mother Earth. And as always, here on Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we go to the runes, we go to oracle and tarot cards. And when I went to my runes, this one came out and giving us this further message. This rune is Perth, Perth. This rune is showing us that there is a deep inner transformational force which is working and has association with the mythical bird, the phoenix, rising from the ashes. Over the last 3 years, there have been so many hidden agendas, and all of that is now being revealed and now being disclosed. And we, the collective, are rising like that phoenix. This is helping us become who we are meant to be, finding our way back to wholeness. Because there is so much work being done within us, our outer reality may present us now with unexpected surprises, unexpected gains and rewards that we do not anticipate, but they are being brought in so that we can step into those roles that we came back to serve. This rune is symbolized by the flight of the eagle, soaring high, free from entanglement, lifting ourselves above the flow of our normal lives to show us a broader view of who we are and what is possible. The eagles also signify greater bravery, courage to be who we are, speak our truth, and boldly and authentically live our lives. There is something alchemically being transmuted in our lives to renew our spirit so that we can step onto that new path, that new path that will be coming in as a result of that new zodiacal wheel. There is something which is founded in our destiny. And with Saturn finishing up that cycle of karmic lessons, those karmic rewards are coming in for many. It's not surprising that it's coming in at this time, with Saturn finishing up those karmic lessons which we endured, and hopefully we learned something by. So I'm so happy that this rune came out, because it is the phoenix, having been burned down through challenges and struggles and trials, and we have become who we are, not in spite of those challenges over the 3 years, and even more for some of us, but because of them. So I love that came out. Next card, and I don't have the box to show you, but I chose from the L key, E-L-L-E. Next word is Q-U-I in French, El key, which translates to she who. And this card came out. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly, but Eterna or Eterna. And with her message is she who becomes. And her words at the bottom are metamorphosis, transcend, and journey. And I just did mention the new journey that we're going to be stepping on. We see here that her feet really don't touch the ground. She is no longer anchored into the ground, no longer attached to what was outmoded and outdated in her life, maybe past its used by date. It was wonderful while she was going through this transition, but she is flying above it now, as she is now able to create a total metamorphosis for herself. All of our efforts on healing and cleaning and clearing and cleansing our lives are coming together to send us soaring to the next part of our journey. Some people are going to be stepping into that next mission. We now are able to see that our past was a source of strength for the creation of our future. She's got her hand up and she's excitedly looking towards the future. Just like the caterpillar went through a metamorphosis in order to become a butterfly, it's now time to try out our new wings and fly to our new mission. So there we have Eterna, she who becomes. And haven't each one of us become so much stronger, so very much changed over the last 3 years as we've taken back our powerful, sovereign, independent natures, not allowing anybody to hold us down anymore. And we'll never give our power away again, having experienced what we experienced. There you go, that one. And I also then went to my Oracle of Mystical Moments. And this card came out. Yes, this one. And it's number 19, which is 9, and 1 is 10. In my mathematics. And that's a 1. And 1 is about leadership. And 1 is about new beginnings. And 1 is about fresh starts. And all of those things. And I truly did laugh when this card came out. And this card is called My Dear... it's called The Journey. Sorry, this one's called The Journey. I laughed because last week, this one came out. Which... let me put them this way, which is this one, My Dear Friend, which, by the way, is an 11. It's double that 1 came out, which an 11 is a Master Builder card or the Mastership card. But the My Dear Friend is the older version of The Journey. And with this one coming out last week, it was like the completion. We're older, we're wiser, but now we find ourselves back again, finishing up the zodiacal wheel. Like the World card in Tarot, we are coming to the end of the journey that we've been on, and we're about to start a new journey. You can see that the girl is younger. She's fresh. She's about to take the fresh start. And of course, there's the little deer. And that sweet little doe-eyed deer, it doesn't have antlers and is ready to start the journey again. We went from completing a long journey of reaching wisdom with maturity. Sorry, wrong one. With reaching maturity in our lives, and now we're starting over. And we're starting over. We find ourselves having forgiven so much. Bringing our compassion, our forgiveness, and our unconditional love, and respect. And no matter what it looks like, and a newfound thirst that we now have, dusting ourselves off for adventure and curiosity. We see both of them having fun and playing, not caught up in their destination, but truly loving the adventure. Now, just like in the tarot deck, we've completed the Fool's Journey, except this time we're older and wiser and know full well to open to the magic of life and to really have fun along the journey. You know, so many of us now realize the enormous extent to which Spirit has been trying to help us in our lives and sending us signs. And instead of expectation and putting on attachment as to what should happen, we've allowed ourselves to soften and become receptive and to really, truly work with Spirit in order to bring in the fulfillment of our wishes and our desires and our dreams with limitless possibilities, because quite frankly, Spirit knows us better than we know ourselves. That's just the truth. And we often put expectations and attachments as to how things need to work out. When Spirit if you allow Spirit to co-create with you, they who know you better than you know yourself will create something which not only fulfills your wishes and your desires and your dreams, but it's more extraordinary than you ever thought possible. It ticks all the boxes, and it's just absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So let's go to our tarot cards. I'm trying to get them all upright, as I had a huge shuffle last time, and let's see what comes out for us. While I'm shuffling, I hope everybody's well. Here in Santa Monica, we have a kind of a chilly end, I guess, to our winter here. It usually bounces back. We usually have wet, temps in the 70s or something like that, sometimes 80s. But winter seems to be hanging on a little bit longer than usual, which is nice. So we get to wear our winter clothes or sweaters or things like that a little bit longer. I hope everyone's safe. I hope everyone's safe in the world. The message that's coming through now is those of ill intent and those who want to cause harm on others are trying to pull out all the stops now. But so many people are seeing through this and holding the light, knowing that we would not be seeing what we are seeing if the light had not won already on the planet. So your job in all of this is to keep your vibrational frequency as high and bright and clear as you possibly can. Please do not go into fear. That's what these things that are happening are showing, are there for, to put us back into fear. But don't allow your vibrational frequency to be lowered. And if you feel called to go into any of those leadership roles, or even draw people around yourself to contribute to creating those new structures and systems on the planet, go towards that urge, because each and every one of us has an integral role to play in the creation of our new planet of love and compassion and forgiveness and light. So let me 1, 2, 3, and the first card that we have coming up is the Fool's Journey. There we go. There's the Fool. I said that. There's the journey. Okay. We're back at square one. But the funny thing with being back at square one, as I tell my tarot students when I teach them tarot, is that the Fool has gained so much wisdom and so much knowledge from being on his journey that he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind being back at square one. And now we know. And the dove is the sign of the Holy Spirit. The dove is the sign of Spirit helping us, that we don't have to worry. We don't have to doubt. We are always where we're meant to be. Where we are, we're not supposed to be someplace else, or we would be someplace else. And that path will be shown in front of us if we trust. If we trust God and the angels, if we trust our spirit guides. Something hasn't happened yet. I always say it's not now doesn't mean not ever. And the divine timing for it will come. And all we need to do is be vigilant and look out for those signs from Spirit. But I often say this in my sessions, my Angel Healing House sessions with people, but we don't wait. We don't just sit there and wait. We create joy and passion and things that fulfill us. So when the new path presents itself to us, we will have content. We will have things to share with others. And of course, the white dog. The white dog is our intuition. And do remember, the flower that he's holding is a reminder to stop and smell the roses along the way. The little the satchel that he's carrying there is all he needs. Is all he needs. It contains his wishes, his desires, and his intentions. All he needs to do is listen to spirit and then listen into his intuition and step forward along the path when it's presented to him. And I love that this card came out with the completion of that zodiacal wheel and going into Aries season. All right, next card. What do we have here? Wow, I spoke about the eagles. Didn't I say the eagles? Here come the eagles. And by the way, I'm using my deck, which is the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. And yes, that's me, Angel Ariel. I was taken 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. So this is, here come the eagles. In the Ace of Swords is, yes, all the aces are about new beginnings. All the aces, but we go from zero to one. New beginnings, new fresh starts. Look at the angel on that sword. And the hand of God intervenes. The hand of God is intervening on our planet now. It is getting us ready. Some people say for the rapture. Some people say for this amazing solar flare and this huge event that will happen. Well, the Posse of Angels and I are not saying that anything specific about this, but they are saying for us to hold our light, hold our faith, and have the courage and the bravery now to speak out what is truth in our hearts, and to boldly and bravely and authentically live our lives. So, and number one is about leadership as well. So don't hide your light under a bushel. Get out there, live your life authentically, and speak your truth, no matter what it is. Next card that's coming out is the Truth card. How about that? Justice. The Justice card is about balance. It's about winning over those things that need to be brought into balance. And certainly what we have seen on this planet over the last 3 years was totally imbalanced, as the so-called authorities told us to take things that were not safe and effective, and they knew it. And now so many things are being revealed and disclosed. We see the scales there. Now, in most tarot cards, the scales are balanced, but because I hide, and not really hide, but I put my little mouse, Gabriel, in the major arcana cards. He's tipping the balance, but I like that on my Justice card, she has a blindfold on, because Justice is blind and is not impartial, and will not just take anybody's what they're saying without looking into our intuition, distilling our own information, doing our own research, and then intuitively going forth. And those rays of light that are not now being shown on our planet. And there we go. And it is a number 11. So we go from 0 to 1 to 11. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay. So we do have those two swords showing up there. Now, here comes the Tower. Now, one of the most feared decks in the tarot deck is the Tower. You see those mice, this lightning has struck the tower and it's on fire, and a poor little mice are so worried, and all those mice in the background are running out of the tower. The good thing about the Tower card is that things have been rotten all along in some area, and we can see that in our government and politicians, not all politicians, but the political arena, education, all these old systems that were built on greed and corruption and deceit, and doing harm, saying it's okay to put artificial coloring, flavoring, preservatives, additives. And this was the Food and Drug Administration. No, it's okay. It's okay to put aspartame in your food. It's okay. It's okay to do GMOs. It's okay to do all of these things when it's not okay. It's not okay. It's harmful. It's harmful, and the body reads it as poison. All of these things that were not okay have now come to a head, and people now see that it's not okay and how much they've been lied to. And so this has come to a head, and this is what's happening on our planet. That's why so many revelations and disclosures are happening. But the good thing about the Tower card is once it happens and it reveals to us with this flash, reveals to us those people that were deceiving us, then the new comes in. The new always comes in after what's been revealed to us. So that's there are no negative cards in the tarot deck, as everything that happens to us, it doesn't happen to us. It happens for us, for our highest good. And I've always said this. I've always said this in the last 20 years since I've been doing this full time, that we are co-creating our lives, and whatever happens to us for our highest good, and we learn our best lessons in contrast, in hardship and adversity, so that we really get the lesson. Because if the lessons came easy, we wouldn't learn anything. Okay, next card that's coming out, is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the Take No Prisoners card. She is the entrepreneur of the deck. She is fiery. She is determined. She just knows who she is, and she presents herself to the world. That's it. She just presents herself to the world. And the thing about the Queen of Wands is she really does speak her mind. She's very, very powerful in that respect. And she is a leader. She is seen as a leader. So step up. Be your own leader in whatever area that you are drawn to. There's another powerful card here, is the High Priestess. This is the leader on the earth plane, the Queen of Wands. And the High Priestess is the goddess, the leader on the etheric plane. These two actually are wonderful examples of where many of us are. Yes, we've embraced our physicality. Yes, we've grounded ourselves, but we are also at the same time working as above, so below, and combining both heaven and earth to be able to powerfully complete our mission here on planet Earth. And I love my High Priestess. Look how beautiful she is. And if you're wondering about the B and the J and that scroll on her lap with Hebrew letters and the symbols of the lilies and the Siamese cat and that headdress she's wearing and the crescent moon, you can find all of that out in my tarot course, because I go through the Rider-Waite deck, the original Rider-Waite deck, and also I introduce my cards and the traditional symbols that I've used in my deck as well. So if you're interested, you can always learn tarot with me. Next card that's coming out. Look at the power here. The divine feminine is coming on strong. I love this. Look at this. We have the trifecta of ladies here. It is the, what do they call that? It's the triangle. It's not the trifecta, but the trifecta is a pretty good word. We have the Queen of Swords here. Now, the Queen of Swords doesn't take any BS. She is an authority. She knows her mind and she speaks it. Sometimes the Queen of Swords comes across as not emotional, hiding her emotions, but She speaks her mind just as the Queen of Wands does, just as the High Priestess does. But she is her own authority, you know. She does her homework, she does her research. It's not as if she'll never listen to anybody, but she really checks in with her intuition. Swords are the sign of the air. They're Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And being a Libran myself, my sun sign is Libran, I can tell you, my go-to is my intellect. My intellect, and then I have Sag is my fire sign, which is my Queen of Wands. And then the funny thing is Cancer is my moon, which is my intuitive. So all of those. And the only one I'm missing in those three is my pentacle, and I'm married to a Taurian, which is a very grounded pentacle. So I've filled all of those things. So I love that those three ladies came out. If we step into those leadership roles, and if it's not a leadership role, if we just speak what we know to be true, and we stand like implacable, steadfast soldiers, which we are warrior soldiers within ourselves, speak our mind kindly, compassionately, but with great strength, then another lady in my card comes out, which is the Chariot. The Chariot is about victory. It's about recognition. It's about rewards. And at this time where Saturn is finishing up that cycle of those karmic lessons, rewards are coming in. So this is very, very powerful for us to take flight and to be rewarded in some way, the victory. Look at those little mice. Those mice are looking up at that powerful charioteer coming in strong and mighty. There we go, with the winged Pegasus horses. One more card. There's another victory card. These are the two victory cards in the decks. The only other one, which not so much a victory, it's a success card, is the Four of Wands. But this is a card of victory, promotion, the Six of Wands, being rewarded, recognition, all of those things. So it's a very exciting time. Very, very exciting. Oh, they want me to look under the deck. I just heard, look under the deck. And this is why. Under the deck we have the partnership card, the Two of Cups. They want to remind us that while all of this is happening, so much is happening underneath the surface to connect us to our soul families. Our soul families are those who will support us. Could be financial, could be emotional, could be mental or spiritual, but coming together in order to help collaborate and connect and build those new structures. And for those that are looking for love and really open yourself up, it could be that romantic partner coming in. So I hope all of that's been helpful. Go out, everybody, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. Remember that I also have my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, which is now in its 12th year. The Posse of Angels and I present a show every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Blog Talk Radio. And the first 25 minutes, we channel information about helpful hints and suggestions and insights and messages for the collective. And then you can always call in for a free mini angel reading. We've given away thousands of readings over these last 12 years. So as I said, go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. And I'm wishing you love. And of course, always angel blessings. If you want to contact me for more information or to book any of my services, intuitive counseling, those wonderful, revealing, inspirational angel tarot card readings in which we look above your life from an angel's perspective through the Akashic records, I do past life clearings and also ancestral healings, which are so revealing. And then, of course, there's the energy medicine. There's the Reiki energy healing, which are recharging, re-energizing, bringing the body back to peace, lifting toxins, all energetic toxins off the system so that the body can remember to how to heal itself, lifting pain off the body. And that can be done in my office here in beautiful Santa Monica, California, or it can be done online through Distant Healing. So I'm wishing you love and angel blessings. And I do look so forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.